What's up, people? Boys, let's talk about an assassin, and let me show you assassin skills English translated version from the Korean developer livestream. I'm an AION 1 veteran player with done 15 years of experience, and one of my classes at the beginning of the AION 1 was an assassin. So at the end of the video I can give you really nice conclusion. Does the AION 2's assassin look same fun and powerful like it was in AION 1? You know, since in AION 1 assassin was so iconic class, and let's see how the AION 2's assassin will perform. And by the way, boys, if you're interested with this class, hit the subscribe button for this channel, because once the game will comes out on the Korea and Taiwan, I'm gonna bomb my channel with the hardcore assassin guides like other classes. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button and wait for the videos. Alright, let's move to the main topic. First, you need to know how AION 2 skills works. Every class skill in this game have same pattern for description. Does not matter is it Chanter, is it assassin or any class. First you see the name and level bar, but we don't know it yet what is the maximum enchant level for the skills. On the developer's livestream I could see the skill levels for like a level 4 or like a level 20, like a 21, so we don't know the limit yet. After the name, you can see the text like an engine, which means the chain. If you see the skill have this type of the name tag, it means that this skill is the chain, or the specialization made it like a chain. And you can use it with the combination of the different skill, or once you will activate this skill, it have its chain connection. I love this feature, guys, because today's MMORPGs the skill limitation is so high, and such kind of the effects like such kind of the features when you have the chain effect, which is make the connection between the other skills, or it's increase the rotations for the each skill itself, gives you a lot of possibility, and it's kind of loophole, you know, you can use way more skills than it's just showing on the panel. It is so good feature, and I'm so happy that we will have it in AION 2. Second, on the skill description comes the skill identification. In this matter, you will face a different identity to the different skills, such as is the skill physical or the magical, is it attack or the cast, is it buff or debuff to the enemy. Third section is about the skill description itself and tells you the full description for the skill. It also indicates itself the structure of the skill, like is this skill for the non-target, is it skill for the target one, can you do it while you're moving, or it locks you in animation. The fourth section is about a skill specialization, like the latest example Throne and Liberty, when you could power up your skill with extra bonus effects. Same was in Arcade, and many MMORPGs have such kind of the feature, and it is so good. It gives you a lot of flexibility in the combat. And the final section, we have the backstage structure, such as how much mana you are using if you will use this skill, what is the cooldown for the skill, how many players it can hit, and such basic details. By the way, guys, remember we have 4 normal skills, 4 stigma skills, and 4 locked skills on the Q, on the E, on the mouse left and right buttons. Each class also have the 40 skills, so you can swap your normal and stigma skills based on your situation. For example, if you want to go to 1 versus 1 arena, you are just taking the single target damage skills and you are just focusing for that. If you want to go to the mass fight or mass farm, you're taking more our type of the skills. This is really good option, and you can all the time modify your class so you will never get bored. Alright guys, now let's move and reveal each skill one by one. Let's start it with the locked skills for the mouse left and right clicks. First we have the Roar of the Beast. This is a chain skill, it's the physical attack skill, and it's have the weakening debuff. Boys, if you ever played AION 1 Assassin, this is the rune level up skill. You are making this skill and the enemy gets the rune level up. If you don't know what is the rune, it's just kind of the debuff which makes a combination to Assassin's other skills, which I will show you later. And once you have maximum level run, like in level 5, when you hit a special skill, it just explodes, it just blows up and do way more damage. And this special skill is for that. It deals 1600 damage to up to 4 enemies with 4 meter radius. And imprints the pattern once, reduce the groggle point by 2. So imprint the pattern once, it means that it is a chain skill, and when you're rotating, each time you hit, the 1 level increase for the 4 enemies around the 4 meter radius around you. Also, you can increase the damage if the more targets are around you, and also reduce the recast time for ambush for 1 second. And there is the one interesting specialization, if you mark this, you can even pull the targets near to you. We cannot see the cast time and recast time. The cast time is like an insta and recast time like in 1 or 2 seconds, since it's just the auto attack type of the spamming skill. Second, we have the quick slash. This is also the mouse click locked button skill. It deals 1200 damage up to 4 enemies in 4-meter radius and recovers your mana by 100. And this skill does not have animation lock, and you can use it while you are moving. With the specialization, you can increase the mana recovery. You can even add the function that you are gaining 7% lifesteal on the hit, and you can add the 50% chance for the multi-hit while you're attacking. And the lowest option is the reduce recast time for the glip explosion on hit by 1 second. This skill also can be used to decrease the glip's explosion cooldown time. This is engine skill, boys. This is a chain skill, so yeah, you can recast it as much as you want. Alright, now let's go to the normal skills. And we have the pattern of explosion. Guys, this is the skill what I was talking about. If you have the higher rune on the target, it does more damage. Let's read it. It does the physical attack damage and have the weakening chance. Up to 4 people with the 4 meter of the target within 20 meters. Guys, you are shooting these skills, you know. Deals 3200 damage to the enemies, and the pattern explosion stuns them for 3 seconds. And now we have an extra damage and stun chance for as higher rune stack the targets will have. Like for example, for the 2 stack it's 308,000 damage and 40% chance to stun the target, and at the 5 stack it's 5,300 damage and 100% chance to stun the target, and you can use this skill while you are moving. With the specialization, you can add the rotation effect. I mean, once you will stun the target, it can be get rotated and stay behind you, since every MMORPG's assassin, if it's from behind, it's have more damage. And there is so high interesting third specialization, which says that if you activate that, after you explode, like 5-level explosion, the targets will still have the 2-level pattern. That's insane. And the final one is the increase the stun duration by 1 second. And boys, you know what is crazy? This is instacast skill, and it's have the recast time 10 second. 10 second, boys, only 10 second. I'm telling you, man, what I've seen so far, I love the assassin and I love the chanter. Everything looks so good. Now let's go to the ambush, like an old style name skill, which is the physical attack skill with an weakening effect. Once you will use the ambush, like in AION 1, it jumps on the target with a 20 meter and you will be behind of the target. Deals 2300 damage and stuns the target for the 3 seconds with the 70% chance. An extra specialization, when you're hitting the blind target, stun duration increased by 1 second and you are like in guaranteed critical hit damage. After this everything, you can even add the bind effect. Guys, this CLAPL is the bind effect, and you have 50% chance to bind the target for the 5 seconds. And this skill is the instacast. It's have 20-second cooldown. Thanks God it's the single target, hostile target, you know. And you can use it on the 20 meter. Now let's move to the next skills. This is the surprise physical attack skill. Thanks God this is the single target skill. 4 meter radius it is have and does the 3000 to 300 damage to the target with the 4 meter. But when you're attacking from the behind, it deals 4500 damage. This may does not sound higher, but its skill can be used as a specialization to get an extra 2 stack for the run. Once you will use this skill with this specialization, target will get the +2 level run. And boys, if you're hitting from behind, it takes 30% of the damage and it heals you. And with the third specialization, you can make it as the chain with the 50% chance to activate the wild wind, and you can use the skill for the twice. And this skill have a 10-second cooldown. Assassin is getting crazy. And another small cooldown skill, we have the flash slash. Yeah boys, if you ever played with an assassin in AION 1, you would remember this name. This is a physical attack skill with the weakening chance. Moves to the opposite side of the target with the 4 meter, deals 2700 damage to up to 4 enemies, and with the 50% chance, this skill can blind the target. And with the specialization, you can even increase the range up to the 10 meter. And if you hit the more target, your damage will increase. And the final specialization is amazing. It's especially for the players, and it says that if you're hitting the target with a real name, there is a 50% chance that target will spin from behind for the 3 seconds. Crazy boys! And just 10-second cooldown for this skill. And final one for the normal skill, we have the Dark Sword Throw. This is a physical attack skill, deals 5500 damage to the target with 20 meters and slow them for the 40% for 5 seconds. You can use this skill without animation lock, so if your target is running, you can just shoot this skill. It is a single target 20 meter skill and you can decrease the movement speed for the target. With the specialization, you can activate that once you will hit it for the target, it can remove the shield on the hit and it could increase your movement speed up to 20% for the 5 seconds. If the shield will broke, that's important. There is another option that you can add the blind effect with the 75% chance for 3 seconds when you're hitting the target, and it could reset the cooldown for the shadow throw if the shield will broke for the target. This skill have the 30-second cooldown. You can use it for the single target in the 20-meter radius. Alright boys, time for the big boys stigma skills. And first we have the Shadow Walker. This is just a buff, it's enforced, it buffs you. And this amazing skill. I know a lot of the people will get said that Assassin does not have any 5-minute hide skill, but we don't know boys. There is 40 more skills and some of the hide can have similar effect. But this one is amazing, since with the specialization you can grant the Shadow Walk to affect the whole party around 20 meters. Boys, you can activate these skills and 4 people including you in your party will get in hide for 10 seconds. And hit after the hide will be guaranteed critical hit, and with the specialization you can add the 2% movement speed increase. And of course there is an option that you can use it even on the combat mode if you grant it with those type of the specialization. This skill does not have a small cooldown, it's have 1 minute and 3 seconds. And second stigma is an Iveric Capture. This is a chain skill. This is a physical attack weakening skill. And let's see. It deals 3700 damage to the target within 10-meter radius and has 50% chance to bind them in the air for 3 seconds. And has 100% chance to bind the target in the air for 3 seconds when the glyph is stuck at the 5 level. When the rune level is on the 5 level, you know. The similar situation was in AION 1. There was a similar skill, it was putting you in the air, and if the rune was at the maximum level, the chance to success for this skill was higher. This is the 101 same skill. Again boys, as the Chanter have the same spirit like it was in AION 1, AION 2 Assassin also have the same spirit like it was in AION 1. With the specialization you can increase the range to 10 meter. And with some specialization you can reduce the reuse time up to 30 seconds. Because this skill have so high recast time, this is so OP skill and it's have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Thanks God, this is also the single target skill. And the final skill, final stigma skill, we have the Spirit Slash physical attack weakening skill, which does the charge to the target with a 20 meter and deals them 7500 damage up to 4 enemies and stun them while they are spinning for 4 seconds with the 70% chance. Guys, this is one of the biggest damage skill for Assassin. You can use it on the range with the 20 meter and it hits the multiple enemies, it stun them and it spin them behind you with the 75% chance. That's insane. And with the specialization you can even activate the 20% defense decrease for 5 seconds and you can increase the stun duration by 1 second. This is crazy and only 1 minute and 30 second cooldown. Boys, that was Assassin skills and let me talk you what I'm seeing right now, okay? I saw the Chanter, I reviewed the Chanter, you can check the video for the Chanter on my channel. I saw the other classes, I saw the Templar, I saw the Sorcerer, I saw the Ranger, I saw the Cleric, I saw the Gladiator, and I saw the Spirit Master. My top tier list, what I've seen so far, first is the Chanter because it's my lover class, and second is the Assassin. But if the Chanter would not be my lover class, the Assassin would be number 1. This Assassin, like a Chanter, have true spirit from AION 1. It's have almost the same kind of this fighting style, it's have almost same kind of the skills, and the idea and the basic heart and spirit is come from AION 1. I love this, and if you were the Assassin players, I'm sure the guys you would be so excited to play this class. And if you ever wanted to play an assassin in AION 1 and you had no finger to bind the 60 skills on the keyboard, now it's your chance to play with the same class, with the spirit of the Assassin 1 in AION 2, with the less number of the skills, and you can take your pleasure. This is your chance and you can use it. Alright boys, I hope this video was interesting. It was so interesting while I was capturing this because I'm in love with this class. I will definitely play this class on the Korea once it comes out and the Taiwan. And I will drop the bunch of guidelines for this class. If you're interested with this, and if you don't want to miss such kind of the videos and many more AION 2 content, hardcore AION 2 content from the greatest AION player that ever lived, hit the subscribe button for the channel and join us for AION 2's community Discord, where you can get a lot of information. That's it boys for today, and as always, see you in the next video.